Hello again, everyone. For this video, this would be my part 2 of kind of show and tell of what I have as far as solo games go. So the first one I'm going to show you, because I haven't had any time to play this yet, but Michael Coe's Dungeon Heroes. This is by Gamelin Games. Neat little game. I haven't really seen it anywhere. I have the base game plus the expansions. This is a neat little tiny box game, little tiny dungeon crawl. I still need to check the rules out and see how to play it. I will do a playthrough on the channel once I actually play through it myself. But yeah, saw this at McKay's bookstore and I was like, this looks really cool. I have to pick it up, so I did. The other one I have is Rogue Dungeon. Now, this game is super fun. I also have the expansion pack for this one, so it adds up to 3 players as well as 2 new heroes. Played quite a bit of this so far. I really like it. I have not beaten it. This game kicked my ass super hard, but it is a very fun little dungeon crawler. Next up, I have Grit. This one just came in, and a lot of these, as far as Rogue Dungeon, this one and the next one I'm going to say, I found out about on the Dungeon Delves channel. He's awesome. I highly recommend him. I'll throw a link in my description so you can go take a look. He's a better board game reviewer than I am. But yeah, Grit's really neat. A lot of people, for some reason, don't like adding technology to their board games. I don't mind it, mainly because I was new to it when I tried out Mansions of Madness, which is super fun. I do have Mansions of Madness, but trying to set that game up to play with my laptop might be a little rough, so I gotta think about that one. But I have that with a lot of the expansions, and that game is super fun. But Grit's kind of similar, so each tile has a QR code you can scan, and it tells you the story of what's going on in that tile, and it kind of plays out like an old school NES era RPG. So that's kind of why I got this, because I am a huge fan of Dragon Warrior on the NES, and this kind of looks like it'll scratch that itch, I guess. I could just pull out Dragon Warrior and play it, but sometimes you just want to play some board games. And then last is Iron Helm with everything, as well as the game mats. We're going to take the phone off so I can show you how it looks. But I finally did it. I got all of it, as well as the iron chest, which is neat. The only thing I will say that's kind of a drawback to the iron chest, and it's no fault on the creators. It's no fault on, Jason Glover. It's more of just what Game Crafter does as far as their miniature line goes. So they use FDM filament for their miniatures instead of using resin, which I guess I can understand. However, these miniatures are kind of rough. I don't know. I still need to clean them up a bit. I'll end up painting them at some point because they're neat little miniatures. But compared to the stuff I've printed off, I don't think these have a home aside from anywhere except for the iron chest box. But with that being said, let me take the phone off its holder and I'll show you the nice little game mats I got here. So, these are what the Neoprene Mats look like for Iron Helm, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to actually play a game of this. I will, probably in the near future. I like to play 2 or 3 times so I can get the rules down before I actually film anything. So really, the last one I did, Quest for the Lost Pixel, I've played that game 5 times and the rules still kind of trip me up a bit. But Iron Helm seems fairly simple. It looks kind of like Tin Helm, just a little more like advanced Tin Helm, I guess, even though Iron Helm came out first. But yeah, so those are the mats. They are, like I said, it's a nice neoprene style. It's a thinner neoprene, so more like a mouse pad, but feels nice. The cards stick to it without falling anywhere. You got places for your tokens, like your health, rations, all that other fun greeble stuff. And it even comes with the maps from the base game just right here, which is nice. And then full character sheet type deal, so it's pretty dope. But yeah, that's everything. And then I did mention this before, but the dude from Dungeon Dive, I asked him about it, and he said it was the card holder he uses is the Hold It game card organizer, and this thing is amazing. I've been using business card holders for years, specifically with like Zombicide and Massive Darkness, and that is by far so much better. The only drawback is specifically if the game components have lots of cards and the name or like what type of card it is at the bottom, you lose that if all the cards have very similar looks. But like for Quest for Lost Pixels, you saw I just flipped them upside down and I could see everything. So yeah, that's it. As I said in Quest for Lost Pixel, I'll probably be doing Rogue Dungeon next, and then after that we'll tackle Iron Helm. But until then, take care, guys.